Radiating light and shining bright. I am Luna Raw Starshine, and in today's video I want to talk about what it means to mother yourself and ways that you can mother yourself and learn to be the best mother that you never had or ever had. So I recently created a painting. This is the Cosmic Mother, and this was done for a soul art ritual that was required of us to mother ourselves. And over the last month, I have found the ways where I don't mother myself as much and where I need to mother myself more, and how I already do mother myself. As children, our mothers do the best they can, and we love them and we forgive them and we accept them for who they are. However, that being said, there are ways that they could have been better mothers for us. Doesn't matter now, that's the past. What matters now is that we are the best mother and the best friend to ourselves that we could possibly be. So when you think of the best mother to yourself that you could be, what kind of thoughts come up? For me, it was things like cleaning up after myself, or going to bed on a good time, making sure I get an adequate dinner. These are things that maybe, your mom was good at enforcing, or maybe she wasn't. Like, I know for me as a kid, I didn't get the best food, the best quality of food, because organic foods and eating vegan wasn't really a big thing yet. The effects of chemicals and GMOs and pesticides and things like that were not really known when I was growing up, and probably for most of you watching, because this is kind of a recent trend, the importance of eating organic and how eating vegan can be beneficial to your health. That being said, each and every one of you is going to have a unique set of needs that you need to learn how to nurture in the best way possible. So you may be drawn towards a certain food that you need to get on a daily basis. You need certain substance to feel your best. So as your own mother, you need to make sure you're eating those foods at a certain time, and you're having some discipline in your life on not overeating or eating too much dessert, being the best mother that you could possibly be for yourself. And that requires a balance. What that also requires is forgiveness. So the first step for me in truly mothering myself was, forgiving my own mother for not being the best or the most adequate, in my opinion, for not knowing any better, because her mother taught her a certain way. She didn't know better. So forgiving your own mother for not always mothering you in the best way she could. Accepting your childhood for what it is, and being able to let that go and move on into the present, where you are now your mother. And as your mother, you are going to be the best that you possibly can be to yourself. However, you may not always be that. Just like your mother wasn't always the best, you might not always be the best, but you're going to work harder to be the best. So it's necessary for you to forgive yourself for not always being the best, and not putting that pressure on yourself to always be the best and do the exact perfect right things. There's a balance to life, and the key is to accept and go with the flow and be in harmony of who you are. The best thing, the most important thing you can do as your own mother is, for me, I know it's to listen. Because I know as a child, I didn't always feel heard, or I didn't always feel listened to. I wasn't always able to speak my truth about certain situations in my life, because I didn't feel like it was important, or I didn't feel like anybody would listen, because maybe I had tried before, but no one was listening. No one but me. So now it's necessary for you to listen to you. What are your needs? What is the most important to you in your life right now? How can you take better care of yourself? And you can do this by checking in daily, especially in the morning is a great time. What can I do today to show myself more love? what can I do today to nurture my being, nurture myself? What foods can I eat today to feel my best? You know, things like this. So really the forgiveness, and then beginning to ask the questions, what is it that I need to do for me to truly show myself the love that I deserve as a child, you know, what does my inner child need? Now going into the inner child, so sometimes maybe in growing up, this is true for me, I'm speaking based on my experiences. Everyone's childhood is unique, but maybe you can relate to some of these things I'm talking about. So as a kid for me, I felt like I had to grow up really fast. I kind of felt like forced into growing up. I got like playtime and everything, but I didn't feel like it was valued as much. So now, maybe later in my life, it's important for me to really value my playtime and my freedom. So that means giving myself time to dance or have fun, play games, you know, hula hoop, do things that nurture my inner child, whether that be coloring or painting, you know, things that I love to do as a child, and making sure I make that part of my everyday routine, having a childlike air to myself, and bringing out my imagination and having those childlike qualities are really important. And that is a way for you to mother yourself, by letting yourself be a child, letting yourself have childish emotions at sometimes, because sometimes those childish emotions maybe just need to come out and be released. Maybe that inner child just needs to be heard and listened to. Okay, so inner child, working on that is a great way you can start to mother yourself. Okay, so I also mentioned food. It's necessary to make sure you're getting an adequate diet, adequate sleep. Are you on a good sleep cycle? Are you going to bed at a good time? Are you waking up in the morning at a good time and you have a routine that you're doing? Do you brush your teeth before bed in the morning? These are things that our mothers should have told us to do. Maybe she did tell you to do that, but you hated doing it, so you rebelled real bad. But now you are starting to understand the value and the importance of it, so you're giving thanks to your mom for teaching you those things. Or maybe you're someone like me whose mother was really flexible and didn't really set a bedtime or enforce certain rules very strictly, so I didn't grow up with that much discipline. Now, as I'm older, I've had to learn to discipline myself in certain areas. Not crazy, discipline. You gotta, one person might be on the extreme other side where their parents were in the military and they had to run drills in the morning or something crazy like that. So if that was your case, then you might need to go the opposite route, where you let yourself relax and you let yourself chill and take off work for the day or sleep in, because you're so used to having the being go disciplined all the time. So that's going to be different for you. Another way you might mother yourself is, I know as a teen or even in middle school, I would want to go out with friends all the time and socialize, and instead of doing things that could potentially build towards my future or create some type of portfolio or resume for myself, I was a pretty good artist and I had a lot of talent, but I kind of neglected those talents because I would rather go hang out and party with my friends on the weekend or get drunk or something like that. And that ends up translating to your life. As you grow up, you develop these habits and these patterns, and maybe your mom didn't enforce rules, or maybe again, like it was the extreme, like she didn't let you do any of that, and so now you don't let yourself do any of that. So you got to find a good flow for you, a good balance. But maybe instead of going out with your friends, a way for you to mother yourself would be to stay in and take a bath and do some healing for yourself. Self-care rituals are excellent ways to mother yourself. Making sure you're getting baths, manicures, massages, healing, whatever it is that makes you feel like you're being nurtured. It makes you feel like you're being taken care of. It makes your body feel healthy. And also making sure that you are thinking kindly towards yourself. because this can definitely be an issue for some people who had mothers that maybe had a lot of self-doubt, or they didn't love themselves fully, and it ends up being projected onto their children. So they end up telling you things like you're a pig, or you're an asshole, or you're stupid. It's unfortunate, but some kids do grow up with slander from their parents. And so as an adult, you might have heard some of those things so much that you keep repeating them and saying them to yourself, or even other kids at school, or even teachers. Maybe somebody said something rude to you, even it just takes once, and you made that a belief for yourself. So to be a good mother, to be a good parent towards yourself, you've got to get rid of those false beliefs about yourself and start teaching yourself the truth, or reminding yourself of the truth, because a false belief is a thought or belief that you have that does not feel good to you. So, for example, like something simple like I am ugly, or, I don't look good. Does that feel good when you say that to yourself? No. Most likely that does not feel good. So that's not true. That's great news, because you can recognize that is not your truth. Your truth feels good. So your truth is, I am beautiful. Does that feel good? Then it's your truth. That's such a great revelation that I had. So start unveiling those false beliefs as they come up, as you believe something or feel something, think something, and you recognize that it doesn't feel good to me, then that is not in alignment with the truth of who you are. So you need to pull that belief out of you, replace it with a belief that does feel good, that does feel in alignment. I'm one with the universe. Does that feel good? I am a divine being. Does that feel good? I am creative. Does that feel good? Or I am worthy of being listened to. That feels good. Not, no one likes me, no one's going to listen to what I have to say. That feels shitty. So it's a false belief. So it's a great thing to start recognizing those false beliefs you have within you. As the best parent you can be to yourself, replace those old beliefs, those old thoughts, those habits. Your life will change for the better as you become a better mother to yourself, and you start looking after the most important asset in your life, which is you. Which is your inner being, because you are stuck with you for eternity. So it's best to become your best friend, become the best parent to yourself that you could possibly be. Start looking after yourself. Start setting boundaries. A lot of us are empaths, and spiritual people are really overgiving. And we latch on to people who we think they need us, and we need to just give. And we forget about ourselves. We don't set those boundaries, or we don't learn to say no. We're always saying yes to our friends when they're asking us to go out. Oh yeah, I'll be right there. Or oh, somebody needs something. Yeah, I'll be right there. When really you need to take some time to yourself because you're exhausted. You need a nap, or maybe you just need to clean your house. So you need to say no. As a good mother, would a good mother say yes to, something that actually doesn't feel good? Getting in touch with your inner guidance system is the best thing that you can do for yourself. And it is so simple. It's a matter of just recognizing how you're feeling in any given moment. If it feels good, go with it. If it doesn't feel good, don't go with it. It's pretty easy, but it's just recognizing and becoming aware of those feelings and those thoughts and those emotions. A couple more ways that you can be the best mother to yourself is to have excellent self-care rituals. I already mentioned those, but making that a priority to take care of yourself through meditation every day, through having a self-care spa day, through going on a camping trip once a month, or whatever it whatever you need, whatever the best mother would do for her child, that's what you're going to do for you, because you deserve it. You deserve all the love in the world. Recognizing that you're worthy of her love. You're worthy of her divine love. The cosmic mother, the best mother that you could possibly imagine, exists within you, and she wants to take the best care of you, but she needs you to listen, and she needs you to pay attention, and she needs you to follow through sometimes. She also needs you to believe in yourself. She's going to remind you that you can do it. She's going to remind you that you are worthy. She's going to remind you that anything you put your mind to, you can do. But she's also not going to let you get too far ahead of yourself. She's also going to remind you to challenge yourself, to be willing to grow. Because some mothers that we were brought up with, our real mothers, may have kept us inside or not wanted us to go in a direction that would help us grow and expand because of their fear of us going away or growing up too fast. And so you might have felt limited by your mother or by your parents, whoever brought you up. You might have felt limited by them because they didn't let you go and venture into certain areas you wanted to, and that was because of their own fears and beliefs. So now as an adult, maybe a way for you to mother yourself is to actually say yes to new areas of opportunities or challenges that you'll grow in, that you know your parents probably would have said, nah, it's not a good idea. You're going to end up getting hurt. Where the real you, the authentic you, knows that it feels good for you to stretch and to grow and to expand your awareness and to become the greatest being that you could possibly be. Because that's what you deserve. And to sum this video up, I just want to say that this is a process and it doesn't happen overnight, but taking some of these actions to mother yourself is going to immensely improve the quality of your life, the quality of your state of being and state of mind, because you will feel better and you will feel taken care of. You will feel loved, and you will no longer be looking for it on the external. You will not be waiting for a partner to fulfill your needs. You will not be waiting for your mother to finally show up and tell you she loves you and you're the greatest thing in the world that ever happened to her, because maybe she's not there, But it doesn't matter, I hope she does come in your life and say it, but if she doesn't, you have to say it for you, and that has to be enough. You have to step in and step up to being the parent of your life and being the best role model that you can be for you. And stop comparing yourself to other people where they're at. Just focus on you where you're at and how you can improve your life based on where you're at, forgiving your childhood, taking certain actions to be a better mother to you. Because you are worthy of that divine love that the cosmic mother has for all of us, and she is within us all, just waiting for us to ask her to be there for us, okay? Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and this input on being your own divine mother to yourself, the best mother you could be. If you have any other questions, please leave them below. Please leave a comment. Please like the video if you like it. Feel free to subscribe. And check out my Instagram if you want. Follow me there. I'll be adding more content on IGTV and pictures and that kind of thing. And if you're interested in a reading with me or working with me more one-on-one, please visit my website, as I have new content and courses and things I'm developing. So I'm happy and excited for you, and I'm excited to help you on your journey. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed and beautiful day. Namaste.